Hey, Miss Tracy. Hello, everybody. It's Jeanette from Our Backroom Creations. Come on in. If you're new, let me know where you're from. I'm trying to find all my stuff. Hi, Joan. Long time no see. I know I haven't been on. It's been a mess. But I'm glad to be here today with you all. If you are on your phone, I am on webcam. So if you flip me on your side, you'll get a better view. So today we're going to do some decoupaging. I know we all know how to do it, but hey Jolie, welcome. So today we're going to do, I had some leftover wooden blocks. Hi Kathy. From Christmas. I actually have a bigger one. So these are my 3 blocks. I made Christmas presents for the shop that I'm in. Hey Cynthia, I'm back. Well, if you looks like I'm walking like a duck, it's because I hurt my arm at work, so not feeling too bad today. So I'm hoping to get through without any major pains. I already look like a hot mess. My husband said, I'm tired of your clothes getting ruined. I'm a messy painter, guys. So anyway, we're not going to do the great big one. These are 4x4s. And he stained them for me because I don't like the smell of stain. But we're not going to do that one today. We're going to concentrate on our little one. I've already done 2 sides. Can you tell? Thank you, honey. But I'm going to switch camera views so you can see better what I'm doing without disconnecting you. So here's my block. I actually bought this paper from Amazon. It's got a bunch of different grungy papers in it. Y'all, my printer decided to go haywire on me today. I was printing. Have y'all ever printed on tissue paper from Dollar Tree? I love to do it. Hey, Lori. But my printer got one out. Hi, Ellen. Oh, Ellen, you had a stroke. I'm so sorry. I know recovery's slow, honey, but we're just glad that you're here. So this is tissue paper from Dollar Tree. I ironed it with my Easy Press. And you attach it. I attach it to the top. Don't attach it to both because then it binds up and it wrinkles. So I just take the little glue runners that you use for scrapbooking and run a strip along the top. And then I put this in I have a hand feed tray. I stick it in there and I print out what I want. And I'm a sign maker, sublimation sign, so I have graphics like everywhere. I got graphics I don't even know I have. So we're going to start with this block. I started to do, I meant to go every other. So, it is what it is. So we're going to go start here. So I had 2. I wanted 4. I wanted to do one on each side, but my printer decided to go haywalker. Yes, much praise, Ellen. I'm just so glad that you're here and you're recovering. My daughter had, I guess what they call a mini stroke. She's in her 30s. She had it about 3 or 4 years ago, and her speech was impeded. She's got some major health issues. Not supposed to have major health issues until you're older, but so I'm just gonna cut these out. I was on, whose live was I on? I forget whose live I was on, but I said something about stealing my husband's Milwaukee scissors. They're Milwaukee scissors, the brand, DeWalt, Milwaukee. They make scissors, and these things are heavy. So this is just tissue paper. Listen, I don't waste nothing, so I just did some little things in case I need them. So we're going to actually tear this apart. I brought my camera down closer to my tabletop, so I'm hoping that that will help. I have a water pen, but you know, I never grab it. And remember, if you're doing tissue paper, it is delicate, just like the single layer of your napkin. But the lovely thing about my program is I can size images however size I want. Look at that. That's tearing in a straight line. I swear I didn't cut it. Hi, Pat. How are you? So I'm just working on a little, I think they're called cutting mats. I don't know. I buy a ton of them from Dollar Tree just because I can pick up my project and move it. New from Virginia, Betty. How are you? Welcome. So we're just going to tear this up. Get a little hairy. So, hi, Max. How are you doing, buddy? How you doing? Hope everything's going well with school and all. So, see, I ripped it. It'll be okay. That's my favorite saying. Even when I don't think it'll be okay, it'll be okay. Hey, Peggy. How are you, friend? Busy. I bet you are. I know what it's like to work and try to run a business, and I'm sure school's not much difference. Of course, I don't have to study, so I can shut my brain off when I come home. Well, from work anyway. My brain never shuts off. I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and if I can't sleep, I go sit at my computer and see what I can make. I have gotten into too many mediums. I'll only say it once. But I love all crafts. I'm just like tearing this with the end of my paintbrush. It automatically came like that. So I'm like, okay, I just use that to tear my napkins. So if you hear me grunt a little, I'm not like constipated. I may have moved my arm a different way. So there we go. We may have some lighter ones up here we can tear off later. So you can decoupage this right on your block if you want, but it's awful dark. So we're going to lighten it up a little. You're done working for the day? I buy these chip brushes from Harbor Freight. That's where I work. And I like, oh, don't do that with that arm. If you're right-handed and it stinks. And then, yes, they're cheap, but you can use it and just throw it away. So I like sit here. I'll sit here when I'm watching like somebody's live. I'll just sit here. I bought a box of them, and I just sit and pull on them. That way, it's not foolproof, but maybe you won't get any hairs in on your project. I was going to use the Vaseline method. I don't see too many people do that anymore. I don't know why. I do like the crackle method better. I have got to. I worked my mat that I used to cut mesh to make wreaths. So I took it off. And I said, I'll put it back on if I need to cut. And I always keep white paper. My husband covers our signs that he mails out in butcher paper. And I I usually have it covered in that. And then when it gets too yucky, I just throw it away. Well, Jeanette got awful bold and decided to do pouring art. If you don't know what that is, look it up. I don't have anything in here. It's in the other room drying. But basically, you pour a bunch of watered down paint in a container, and then you pour it all over. Oh, I do have something in here. This is pouring art. So it's not shiny. Not till I put resin on it. But I poured paint over it. And I did some coasters. And Jeanette decided to spin her little Lazy Susan that my husband made me. Now, my Lazy Susan's not a cake turner. So it spins slowly. And funny, Jeanette had her ceramic coasters up on little cups to keep them off, laying flat in the paint. And I spun my Lazy Susan and it went flying. And it flipped over, had paint everywhere on my table that did not have paper on it. Why, do you ask? Thank you, Kathy. Why do you ask? I decided to work on my table with no covering. I don't know. I got awful brave and kind of silly. So my husband come up after I just went at myself. And he's like, what's wrong? And then he walked in the room and goes, oh, and turned around and walked out. So I didn't give up. I cleaned it up and I did it again. I don't know if I posted those pictures on my regular business page. I'm in so many groups. I don't even know where I'm at. Crackled over my tissue paper? Not yet. So I have been watching this lovely lady from, I think she's in the UK I think she's in the UK, but she sounds French. I think she might be from France. She does amazing work, and I'm going to order this medium that crackles over your project. It puts these it's called Fine Line Crackle Varnish. It's by Pen Art. It's kind of expensive. So, that's a hold on and wait till I get the right stuff. It's a 2-step, and you have to, when you're right-handed, it is so horrible. Oh, I'm going to blow my stuff. Put the block on there. So if you have, how have you done it? But I plan to crackle over it with, there's this other stuff called Crackleique. The French say it's so much nicer. They have that accent. So this is just ivory. Hello Hobby. They replaced, I wanted to say Wilton's, but so my fingerprint's in there, it don't matter. Right there. Ooh, that one might matter. You've never watched, I have it everywhere. That's the reason for plain shirts. Because even when I have an apron on, I still make a mess. So I didn't paint the bottom. Ooh, I missed the side. He kind of like did a little angle sanding on the edges and stuff. Because if you ever bought a 4x4, they're kind of rough on the sides. So I have some decoupage. I could never go to a foreign country. I would like, you say what? Oh, does Mara have it? Oh, cool. Well, then that makes it all the better to buy it from my sister. Dainty something on YouTube. I forget the last part of it, but she makes amazing stuff. I don't have the patience to wait 4 hours for something to dry. And you're not supposed to use a heat tool. So we can crackle 3 sides of this or stand it up on edge. But yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about, Christina. I just learned about it. And what's funny is after I saw her project, I'm like, I did something like this in brownies and Girl Scouts when I was little. Listen, Girl Scouts ain't the way it used to be. I can remember making this ceramic plaque of some sorts. And it had that crackle on it. Hey, Cheryl. How are you? How's Tennessee? I'm so jealous. I would love to go. You are in the area of my roots. You're going to experiment? Awesome. You have to share with us. I love to fail with you all. I do. I really, really do. Sometimes like, oh my gosh, you messed up your live. No, I didn't mess up my live. I messed up my project. And then I weaseled my way out of it. Okay? There's a difference. And I like these little mats. They come 2 in a package, I think, or 4 in a package. You can kind of turn it around so you don't have to mess with your project. And I bought some cookie sheets. Hey, JoJo! Oh, I'm alive. I have not been live since the beginning of March. I haven't been live other than Craft Around the Clock. There's all my friends. Hey, Angie. Is this the clue? Do I just need to go live in the middle of the afternoon? Okay. I probably dried that too much, too. Because I forgot I wasn't doing the iron method. So we'll just take a little bit. Angie and JoJo. So now I've been kind of out of the... Oh, Amara! Were your ears burning? Because we were just talking about you. Christina and I were talking about Pent Art Fine Line Crackle Varnish. And she said, did you carry it? Thank you so much, Angie. If you guys wouldn't mind sprinkling the love, sprinkle the glitter, fly the kite, float the boat. I know y'all have like the thing that you bless the whatever and sprinkle this. I sprinkle the glitter, but if you don't like glitter, then you can sprinkle whatever you want. All right. So we are going to, let's hope this don't fail. If it does, it does. So we've done ivory, then we've done just Mod Podge. I probably dried it too much. Now I have some watered down wax. I don't want paint. I want wax. So we're just kind of like dry brush it a little. And you know what? I like this look even if it don't crackle. I got some... I just got, I haven't, well, I did play with it, I won't lie. So I got some modeling paste and I made a very funky flower. But I have this person that I watch on YouTube with, she does pouring paint. It's called blowout. You kind of take your dryer and like blow the layers, and then she puts that on there and makes these flower petals. It is gorgeous. I gotta stop touching this. So, like I said, if this does not crackle, I don't care. But we'll try it. There's a little divot there. Because you know 4x4s are not really sanded. Just do the top. I think I dried my Mod Podge too much because I was talking. But that's okay. We'll just go for another look. So I will have to look that up, Mara. And I'd rather get it from you. Yeah, it's not cracking. It'd be okay. Because if you bet, ooh, I don't heat it up too much. I got a couple little cracks, but oh, it'll be all right. So we're gonna slow it down so we don't have crackle. I meant just to dry brush, okay? So I put these under here so they wouldn't fly away. These are printed with my HP. I know, Angie, and I took my glue downstairs because since I got hurt, I turned my dining room table into like a painting spot because that's pretty much what I've been doing. It's kind of hard to, I can't make a wreath. I can barely make a bow. So anyway, and these are just blocks. They're just shelf sitters. They're not nothing, no cute bunnies. Listen, I made so much Easter stuff last year that I put in my shop in a store downtown that, oh, I did make an Easter, didn't I? It's got eggs on it. I forgot I did print out eggs. It's not just flowers. Yes, actually, Elmer's glue has been my most successful way to crackle. So if you don't like the wrinkles, which I don't mind them, you too, JoJo? At least I'm not alone. So this is just, woo, hot mess. This is just a plastic bag that I use until it gets too crusty. And you can do the iron method. Hey, Lisa, how are you? So you can overlap them or you cannot. And I ran down like 2 minutes, so I had to go live and got my little gator sander because, like I said, half my stuff's downstairs. But I have been turning every piece of wood, scrap wood that I have, into a shelf sitter. You need a nap. We have a Costco about 30 miles north. I just don't go to it that often. Okay, so I was supposed to have, oh, I can't do that, 4 eggs, but I only ended up with 2 because my printer jammed, and this basically is its music sheet with flowers and Easter eggs, and it's so cute. So we're only going to do 2 sides because, that looks okay too. But I can't lay it on that side. So we'll do it tilting. So it's not going to look like an Easter bunny, though I did see those 4x4 Easter bunnies on Pinterest, and they're pretty cute. I never have decorated much for Easter. Got some globber knobbers in there. Worst case. Hi, Mary Williams. Okay. Whoa. So if you don't like wrinkles, like I said, you can iron it, or you can use a plastic bag. You can use the water method. I've got too much Mod Podge on here. I'm putting out water near it. Didn't have enough glue over there. If you don't know about the water method, I've learned a lot of quote unquote cheats. Hi, Karen! There's one of my girls. The water method is where you take something like a napkin, one layer, and you put it down on a sheet protector and you dump water on it, and then you kind of dab a little bit off and slide. It's like a water slide. I know I've been like pressing this. I'll fix it. I'm impatient. I can't wait till things dry. Oh, I'm a hot mess express, but what else is new, right? So it's good coat. I got wrinkles right there. If you don't want the wrinkles, spread it out, spread it out. That is okay for me. You could, if you wanted to, you could take all three sizes and put Easter on one side and summer on another. You could do a season on every side and use the same blocks. Now these are a little dark because, I overcoated that with the brown wax, but that's okay. It just makes it look like Miss Tracy's grunge mix. So if I have a little glob of glue that's a little too thick for me, I just add a little bit of water. Pat that down, okay? So that is printed tissue paper. By all means, iron it first. Now, it really stinks to hurt your dominant hand. These are printed on just regular paper. And I've decoupaged with those too. We can even put, so on my tissue paper here, I've got some crosses with sunflowers, windows. I like the windows. So if you guys are not part of Craft Around the Clock, which it warms my heart. I was going through seeing people that are on Craft Around the Clock. I joined I don't know, maybe 7 months ago, 9 months ago. I don't know. It's been a while. We started at 29,000 people. And it's well over 40 now. Well over. Oh, sorry, I'm back. I dropped my dropped my paintbrush. People, if you don't know me, it's a comedy on my page. Wait till you ever have me and my husband here together. I usually end up throwing paper clips at him. Or not paper clips, clothespins. Because sometimes he just gets my goat. He had, where was he at today? He delivers heating and cooling products, and I despise when he has to go to East Palestine. Hey, Jennifer! It's okay. You're never late. We are busy, busy people. And I get it. Say hello and listen from then on out. People pop in the break room at work and they're like, who are you talking to? And I'm like, nobody. They all know now. So that's just a cute little cross with a sunflower. Like I said, these aren't meant to be bright because I put that wax on there. But that's wet. You can see the glue. Oop, there. So I like, no, Mary, it's not. They may say it is, but my husband has physically seen the dead animals. Thank you, Jennifer. It's a hot mess. There's lawyers in our backroom creations, Christina. I'd love for you to be a friend. You can show me when you crackle. So as you dry it, if you feather your edges, they become, ooh, I got it too full. I always get mine too close. But see, you can barely see the edges now. So I think there is a backroom create. No. Is that on Facebook or Etsy? I think that was on Etsy. So we're going to put another one. We're going to put this little window. Where am I at here? Half an hour? Okay. I get a little shaky. Don't mind me. I have it crafted 45 minutes all at once. No, Mary, don't believe them. No, it is so sad. And now that one was so publicized, have you seen the new? I don't have TV. I don't have cable. I just watch YouTube. But my husband, he listens to the radio when he reads the news, and so I just get it from him. You're hearing about all these train derailments. And right after it happened, I mean, the week after it happened, he had to deliver to Northeast Palestine. And I'm like, you're not going. No. I threw a fit. He still went, even though I threw a fit. I said, tell your boss he's up ahead. I cannot even believe that they would expect him to deliver up there right after that. And the secretary that works at his workplace, or not secretary, she's like one of the sales people at the counter, used to work for, or is with the Red Cross. I know, Jennifer. She knows what was going on with the Red Cross. The Red Cross didn't even go the first day. They waited a week. Oh, this is another reason I like these mats. Did you see how I kind of just brought it up and peeled it off? I know, right, Mary? Straight. I'm a little crooked. When I am home, I usually have paint on my hands. It just goes that way. I was not happy, and he's been back there again and a couple times. He's up by Cleveland now. We're about 2 hours south of Cleveland. Yep, yeah. He travels all over Ohio. Watch my cotton here. Okay, let's put it on low. Thank you, Jennifer. My mom called me because she didn't know exactly where it was in Ohio. And she's like, how close is that to you? And I'm like, too close. like an hour or something, an hour and 15. He has physically seen dead fish in the waterways. He spoke to a gentleman at one of the places he delivered and said this gentleman lived in the country and he always had, thank you, Cheryl. Almost called you Sheila because I was watching her earlier. So it looks like a hot mess, but it's really, really not. So we have, got stuck. I got eggs with music. The song is The Roman Soldier. Cross with sunflowers. Another song. This one is Early Air, the Dawn of Morning. Not familiar with that one. And then a little open window. Okay. So what are we going to do with this block? So you can, and my candlesticks were still wet. They're probably dry now, but I didn't get them. So you can set it up on a large candlestick holder. You can decoupage all the sides. You can make a whole set. Like I started the little one because this is what I did at Christmas time. I made Christmas presents like this. I sold, I don't know how many sets. I made vintage. I made whimsical. I made all kinds of them. But you could do that. I'm probably going to do this at Christmas time. You can set something on top. You can put like some florals. My florals don't match. But like, you ever played the dandelion one? The mama, the baby and the mama had, what is that song? Oh my gosh. But you could, this would be too bright for this, but it's just what I had behind me. But you could glue florals and set an egg on here. That would be very cute. You could put a bow on it and have the tails, flow down. There's all kinds of things that you can do with it. And you can just put like, those little candle plates that are about this big around. You could set that on there and you can do your arrangement. And hot glue don't stick to glass forever. But then you could change the plates out on top of the block. So, what else? We got 7 minutes. Ooh, so don't look at the bottom. But I love making just blocks of stuff that can go with any decor. Cheryl from M&C Treasures has been doing the air dry clay and the Prima molds. I don't have any Prima molds yet, but I do have some different kind of molds with ornate trim work that you could add to the side of the wood and glue it on there. You could put, like I live in a house from 1910, and I'm always looking at the doors, at the ornate, I don't even know what it's called, the keyhole. And something like that you could find from a vintage store, and you could attach it to the side, have door handles, those crystal glass ones. This house only has 2 glass handles. I don't understand why. Whatever. It was actually 2 of the closets. Why they chose a closet for a glass handle? I lived in a house that was in the 1890s, and it had glass handles everywhere in the upstairs, all 4 bedrooms. And then downstairs just had the black knobs like normal. But you can do all kinds of things with the blocks. So if you do something like this, you can get, what did he say? So these are, there's 3 to a set. A 4x4 from Menards. If you don't know what Menards is, it's like a Lowe's building store. And last time I looked, a 4x4 was about $15, $16. Now, it's rough lumber, so you do have to sand it a little bit so you don't get splinters. But I think you can get 6 or 7 sets of these out of a $15 board. So winner, it is not cost effective to put two boards together. And it, excuse me, just don't look the same. So what can I show you in the next minutes? So we can start finishing this one. So I had this paper here I got from Amazon. And you got this piece, the whole pack. I never get done early. Oh, absolutely, Christina. Where's my tape measure? She's like, I'm on this. Okay, so our little one is 4 inches. Our medium one that we worked on today is 6 inches. Will someone type this in here, please, so it'll be in there? So 4, 6, and I think these are 8. Oh, they're 9. 4, 6, 9. So he threw a curveball in there. He's the math wizard of wood and get as much out of it that he can. So 4, 6, 9. We recently found, thank you so much, Cheryl. So these are, and I'll put the, I'll find the Amazon link and put it in. So you get, oh, I forget how many pieces. So you get stripes. They're grungy. You get a more subtle, thank you, Christina, a more subtle grungy. Thank you, Jennifer. Listen, if y'all don't know what sizes they are now, you're just blind as a bat. I like this one. I love this one. I've actually had this pack for quite a while, and I just opened it today. And then here's the one that we're using today. I just pulled them all out of the pack. And you get, I think there's like 100 pages in here, and it might have been $17. It's not as thick as regular two-sided scrapbook paper, but it is not as thin as copy paper. Yes, we did love her life. All right, well, I just talked my way out of 7 minutes. So if you guys do some of these, I want to see them. Tag me in it, either Jeanette Spears or Our Background Creations. I'd love to see what you do. It warms my heart to let me know that I inspired someone to do something. It really, really does. I won't say that I'm the most crafty person, but I love to learn from everybody. And if you are not part of Craft Around the Clock and you like to craft, you're missing out. You really, really are, because there is like almost 140 creators. Now, not everybody, you'll be on again at 3:45? Awesome. If you're not part of Craft Around the Clock, and in my description, I put the link to my page and Craft Around the Clock. There's 40,000 people in there, people. We like to share, and we like to teach. So thank you very much. Check out the next crafter and Craft Around the Clock. I much appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know I've been gone for a little while, but I hope to be back in the rhythm again soon. So check us out. See you later. Bye.